Jesus Christ, don't do that. So we were a wide receiver.
I know.
And we were talking about Pickens. So for the folk at home, there was a technical snafu on the Lord High Commander's side, and then apparently it's all come down to me, which was a foolish decision. So completely forgot where we were because we were carrying on talking about other stuff.
Yeah.
So shall we go on to the next position? And if we've missed it, we'll just throw it in the comment section when we post the video.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. No worries.
So Jason, next position.
We have
Doggy style.
Oh, nice. Just for the little kids out there. We have tight end. Obviously, this is a very strong group. Fryemuth, Darnell Washington, the rookie we took in the third round. Zach Gentry and Connor Haywood. Very strong group.
Agreed.
Arguably one of the strongest in the league, in my opinion.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Also agree.
Yeah, down with that.
Definitely top 5.
Yeah.
Group.
I'd say top 3.
Yeah, probably. I'd agree. Yeah.
Yeah, top 3. Washington slowly getting there on the receptions, like Gronk put him down as 607 yards for the season. I don't think he's going to do that.
No.
I'd probably say closer to 400, but is blocking alone and is in fact being on the field. Bills had to pull 2 penalties against him last game.
That's what you're going to get.
Just to pull him back from him doing his entire thing. That literally the only way he could stop him was by holding. And that's insane. It's getting ridiculous. Like him being on the field, not even for the Gronk side of I'm going to catch balls, is him being on the field is I'm just going to take up 2 guys on my own.
Just as an extra right tackle.
For now. Yeah, just for him being on the field and blocking or just going, I'm going to stand here. What are you going to do?
Exactly.
Because Jesus Christ.
I remember watching one of the Georgia games earlier last season. I think it was the second game of the season against Oregon, and it was literally that play where he catches the ball on a flat and he runs into one guy and then he hurdles the other. I was like, Jesus Christ! Imagine if
they look like children.
Yes, there was one during training camp, and the guy he was against was 6 foot tall. And he made him look like a child. Not only did he make him look like a child, while Washington was running, he didn't look like there was any speed. He's got this lope. It's he doesn't move quick. It's just the fact that his legs cover so much ground.
Got long legs.
Do you know when people are doing cross country and they've got that solid that's what he moves at. And I'm just standing there going, he's moved from there to there, but he's taken 3.5 strides. What's going on there? Oh wait, he's 7,000 feet tall. So big. It's wrong.
Yeah. In the red zone, he'll be lethal.
That's what. Yeah, exactly. Because defenses have to be so honest with him and put 2 people on. It'll just let other people eat. Can
you just imagine in the red zone, you've got George Pickens.
Yeah.
You've got Calvin Austin or someone like that on the other side.
Yeah.
Muth, Najee.
Throw Warren in there as well.
Warren
and Haywood. Throw Haywood in there.
Haywood in a fullback.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a red zone offense that
scary. How
that's a red. I mean,
Canada
cannot design something for that. Then he just come on.
Yeah. Red zone should be shit hot this year. After 4 or 5 years of really struggling, they should be shit hot. They should be shit hot this year. Absolutely shit hot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The red zone is a Steelers OnlyFans version. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what's the matter with you tonight?
You like 6'7" tight ends? Well,
and this is why I subscribe to OnlyFans.
$2.99. $2.99.
But no, we're moving away from Washington. Muth. Haywood. is also looking good.
Yes, versatile. It's versatile.
Yeah, I'm going to get onto the nepotism later, but not for Haywood. Haywood's doing solid.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to the offensive line. Obviously, some big changes. We've got Dan Moore Jr., who's done really well in camp and
really well.
also on the field. Yeah.
He's going to be our starter.
Yeah, definitely. Broderick Jones, who we got in the first round, pick 14. We've got Isaac Samayo, who we picked up from the Eagles. And also Kevin Dodson. At centre, we've got Mason Cole, Ryan McCollum, and Spencer Anderson. Right guard is James Daniels and Nate Herbig. And at right tackle, we've got Chucks and Lee Raven Clark.
Right, so Jason,
Spencer Anderson. Yeah. Who knows where?
Would you like to just do a little piece on Mr. Green? How much you love him?
Oh, okay. Is this my spot? Okay.
This is your spot. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's time.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. I mean, Zach Banner never took to the field, mate, and I fucking hated him.
Look at him shaking.
You take to the field, and it's like Vietnam all over again. The fuck. You wouldn't make the Wakefield District Raiders offensive line.
Hey. Our O-line is brilliant.
Exactly! You don't want him there. Fucking 1st and 34 because he's
we love you, Lee,
bro. Head. Fucking hell. Waste of fucking space. Get rid of him. Tomlin's already said bad things about him anyway, so he's not. Just
me and
go.
James were talking about this the other day, and my comment was that Kendrick Green being on the field, he made it look like he'd never played the game at any form of higher level beyond high school.
It's like he never went to school. He's thick as big shit.
If he was thick, he could at least stop people getting past him because of like the entire like widage. But like, he's not even thick.
Exactly. He's beyond thick. That's how thick he is.
It reminds me of someone who likes to eat his dog puke for laugh.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like he'll see some puke from a dog.
He's the sort of guy. He's the sort of guy that would have the Mad Max box set in front of him, and he'll watch Mad Max 3 first. He's a cock. He's an absolute cock. Right, done.
Anybody else got anything else to say about Green to get it out of the system first? Beyond he's not seen the starting lineup.
The Wakefield District Raiders.
He is.
Yeah, it was an example.
There's still people wanting him to be fullback. If he can't do centre, which is what his primary role is, they're not going to trust him to be being fullback, are they? So
no.
Just cut your losses.
Go away.
We didn't even use Lesser Watt at fullback.
It didn't work drafting a guard to become a centre. And wear Pounce's number and think he's the next coming.
Guard either.
It's not. Yeah, no.
I am 100%.
It didn't work. The experiment didn't work.
We didn't even use the Lesser Watt at fullback, which was one of TJ Watt's actual like contract things of like, I'm going to play for you as long as my brother can play here as well.
Yeah, but he meant JJ.
No. Yeah, but there was a mix-up. So Derek Watt got a job for a while. Still believe that is the only reason we had him for so long is because TJ went, I want my brother to work here for a bit. That was it.
Oh, but the Steelers' obsessions with brothers, could have easily you've got another brother, haven't you? Yeah. Bring him on.
And
see what happens.
This will carry on with my nepotism rant later.
So, Saya Mayu is a quality signing. I think he'll
the best.
Just do nothing but help that team. Nate Herbig was actually the 6th highest rated run block last season, apparently. There's a
stat
for you.
So
his pass blocking is supposed to be absolutely shit, but there you go.
Right, so Herbig that I looked up earlier. So
another brother.
22 pass rush snaps, 4 pressures, 2.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. His pass rush win percentage was 22.7%, which is like stupid numbers for like pass rush win. 22.7%, highest pass rush out of anybody past who was taken past the first round, and also he's like literally for preseason is on the highest pass rush win percentage. Took him in the 4th. What the hell?
Yeah. So yeah, looking good. Obviously, I think Dan Moore playing out his skin at the moment is a really good sign.
God, yeah.
It means we can leave Broderick on the sideline, let him develop.
Yeah.
Obviously, to give Dan Moore a good kick up the arms.
It's also Broderick's very happy with still being on the sidelines. I watched an interview with him after the Bills game, and literally he's like, I'm working on my footwork, working on my hand placements, like all these bits from slowly slacking on at the moment. Like he's full on willing to just sit to one side and build it up.
Well, have you seen him and Dan Moore? Have you seen him and Dan Moore like working together? Dan Moore, he's looking like he's like the best teammate of this entire squad. He's absolutely. You'd think like, right, you've drafted my potential replacement in the first round.
Yep.
Right. Okay. But he's been like helping him, trying to get him up to like scratch. Everything that you want in a teammate. It's just fantastic, Dan Moore. Like throughout this whole thing, really.
Solid vet as well. That's also one of the other reasons why he's still there is because he's going to stand there and he's going to help those guys.
But the thing is, like the signing of Salamalu, I'm convinced that's just going to make Moore better.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely, yeah,
massively,
for sure.
And all it's going to do is show up that it probably was Dodson. There was more in the wrong in all those situations than it was Moore. You know, I think Moore's held his own really in terms of like.
Yeah, he did all right towards the end of last season, didn't he? So and he seems to have progressed from there. So yeah, it's a good sign. It's a really good.
For one of the last Browns game, he held Myles Garrett in check.
He's done that a few times.
Yeah, he's played really well.
Literally stood there and held Garrett down to Garrett's one of the best ever. I'm like, how about a rookie stands there and just stops him for the entire game?
Yeah,
there you go.
Where's your 99 rating now?
Absolutely.
Yep.
So looking good.
I hate that.
Good.
I hate how obsessed they all are with Madden ratings. I mean, it doesn't really. It's a game. It's not.
It's what it's Phil. So in their defence, on the day of people on the National Phil Day, how annoyed have you been that you've not been included in the Phils we thought about?
I'm unique, mate. I'm bigger than Phils.
We saw you gasping in aspiration before we started recording. Like, we can't think of Phil, and you were like...
Hilarious.
So that's basically your Madden rating. So you can see where they're all coming from, can't you?
23. Look it up. Kendrick Gray's 26. Bloody hell. Cut the guy some slack.
One quick thing on the Falcons game coming up is like hopefully we see a bit of Nate Herbig like at centre, just to because I can't see you cannot keep on doing this with Kendrick Gray. Just don't play.
No, we need to get rid of him.
You need Kendrick Gray. We need some kind of because behind Mason Cole now is worrisome. Silly. So if Nate can't play the guitar, that's what you say. You know, it's
Anderson's behind. Well, Anderson's put on the depth chart as centre, and he played every position under the world last game, so we could always see how he does.
Yeah, but it was. I don't think it was. I think centre's been his position that he's played least at more than he's played. Like,
left tackle or left guard was the one he's played least at.
What, right,
left tackle or left guard was the one he's played least at.
Which is fantastic.
But then again, they didn't play him at centre. Yeah. I don't think they played him at centre last, so I think he's just on the depth chart as centre. So he may never have played centre, so we could always see how he does, because, you know, my Nan could do better than Kendrick Green, and she's been dead for quite a while.
So is Kendrick Green. Has Daniels done centre before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he had.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that they might think to use him, but they don't. When you start moving, he's a very good guard, though. You don't really want to move,
especially when
position.
So long, and he's been.
The thing is that we're getting into the realm of like when Gostowski ended up playing quarterback. We're talking about if this guy's no longer available at centre, we will have to play this person. So like when so many quarterbacks went out and Stephen Gostowski ended up playing quarterback, because at some point in college he was a quarterback instead of a kicker. So I think we're kind of at that point of like, well, who's next? Yeah.
In the COVID year, that Denver played their wide out at quarterback because they lost all their
a couple of years ago.
Does this not give you a hope, though?
Yeah, he's now their side slot.
Does it not give you a bit of a hope, this, by the way, though? Because, again, comparing it to last year, we were absolutely ripping. I mean, this is a nice conversation we're having all the way through here. I mean, like, we ripped the O-line to bits last year.
Because it was worthy of being torn.
Because it was worthy of being ripped.
It was.
Absolutely.
Even though it actually got better in the second half of the season, but still, what a nice position we're actually in. I mean, if the big problem is the centre, that's it.
Well, so
it's like, I can live with that.
On Warren's touchdown, the reason I didn't post that thing for Warren's touchdown was because I was just watching it over and over again. Because I cannot remember the last time I saw a Steelers O-line move like that.
Beautiful. Every block
beautiful.
Was just
fantastic.
It was like Christina Hendricks in an O-line. It just moved in a certain way, and it was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I'll drink to that.
Image there.
Googling who is
and literally there was a gap, and instead of Najee Harris just running into another section of the line, the running back moved down the gap that was made, and I was just like,
I'm not no disrespect to Jalen Warren, not having to go at him as such, but it's one of those things of that O-line is responsible for us having the Najee or Jalen conversation.
Yeah. Exactly.
The only thing that Jalen Warren needed to have there was just that extra burst. There's tons of running backs in the NFL that have that extra burst. You know, not everyone has it, but Jalen Warren does. But the blocks from the front position to the secondary to the pulling blocks that go out to hit the second level, they were all perfect. It reminded me a bit of Willie Parker's Super Bowl run, where every single block complements the other down the line, down the levels.
and that final DJ block.
DJ block made it a touchdown.
Yeah,
that in itself made it a touchdown. And he got his man out, and then he's just a foot race.
In the winners and losers, like we were talking about it, and Jalen Warren was in the losers and with the winners, sorry, and I was like, but that O-line move, like it just. I was like, that needs to go in there.
The more I look at that video, though, it's like he goes into the gap that was made by Moore and Solomon. Fair enough. But the real star of that is James Daniels, who comes over into the second level. He has to get the linebacker coming away, but then get around and get to push him that way. So it's like there's a lot of movement there to get to the point fast enough and turn your hips on the back end. It's like he did a great job. And I like, and one quick one was like Cheeks just falling on his guy. Just falling on top of him.
I'm not going to start you running. I can't start you running, so I'm just going to fall on you and make you not move anywhere.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It was great.
Right. Should we move on to the defense?
Oh yeah.
Okie dokie. All right, let's go to D-line. Gone are Chris Wormley and Tyson Aloalo. Incoming Breeden Fajoto, who spent the last 3 years with the Chargers. He had 9 games last year, 4 starts. We've got rookie Keanu Benton. We've got Cam, obviously, Loudermilk.
Benton. Oh.
Yeah,
Montravius Adams, Ogunjobi, and Marvin Niel as well. So it's a solid group, as it usually is.
Keanu Benton.
Yeah, I know.
Is my favourite rookie this year.
I'm really excited. I don't know a lot about like D-line player or anything like that, so I've been focusing on him, but he looks so good what I've seen from him.
He's fast off his feet.
Yeah, good.
He's good hands.
Yeah,
but also because he's 6'4", 310, 315. So the guy's a unit for the speed he gets off his feet.
Yeah,
and the gaps he finds. And also, his motor does not stop. Like, he goes and you see him over an entire play and there's no slowing. He just keeps going and going and going. Like, when the draft first started, I was like, ooh, Washington, he's going to be my favorite rookie. No, Keanu Benton.
Yeah.
All the way. He is classic Steelers. He's ballsy. He's in your face. He's like, I'm going to stop you doing this thing and I don't care what you're going to do, but I'm going to stop you. You watch over the past past 2 games, and the gaps he's found, the tackles, he's gone from being there and he's just moved through 3 guys and the person's on the floor. I had to watch one play twice to see what happened because I was like, what? He's full on Steelers player. He's got the balls. He's got the attitude. He's got everything. He's got the size. He is just there all the time. And next year, if he is not our number 1, I am going to drink a Strombo Dark Fruits.
Oh, don't punch yourself with that.
Hold you to that.
Not worth that. Definitely not worth that.
Like, they're no recorded. If Benton is not our number 1 started at that position, I will drink a Strombo Dark Fruits, hands down. I think he is going to be our standout rookie.
Yeah,
and I think it's on the nose tackle position so underrated in terms of actually what it does. It's so much more than just a space filler, which I think is what most people.
They're treating him like Javon Hargrave, aren't they?
Yeah, it's one of those things of going back to Hargrave to Casey Hampton, even back in those days. They are the kind of unsung heroes of those defensive units that just don't get the same kind of recognition that they deserve. They don't get the James Harrison recognitions or the Polamalu or the TJ Watt. But
it's those guys that make other guys do plays. That's what that is.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Obviously, Cam is Cam.
Yeah.
Do you think Montravius Adams will make the team? Do you think we'll keep him?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. He's been very solid so far.
I don't think the
same reason he's been solid. He's not been bad. He's not been great. He's been consistently okay.
He's been all right. He's been okay. So, but yeah, looking strong, looking okay.
It's a deep. I think when they do cuts, they're cutting someone who's good. Really.
Yeah. Definitely.
He's gonna play somewhere in the NFL.
Yeah, which is good because depth has been a bit of a worry on that for a few years. So yeah, it's good to have the depth there. We'll move on to linebackers because this could take 3 hours. To be fair,
so stacked.
Yeah. So Spillane, Miles Jack, and Devin Bush have left. We have got TJ Watt. Might have heard of him. Marcus Golden, who's a 2nd-round pick of the Cardinals in 2015. Went to the Giants for a couple of years, then went back to the Cardinals. Had a good year, actually, last year. 11 sacks, 4 forced. Well, we've also got Cole Holcomb, who we got from the Commanders, who's been there the last 4 years. Only played 7 games last year. I think he had a bit of trouble with foot surgery, didn't he? Yeah. So, but he looks like an absolute tackle machine. He looks really, really good, really good. Quan Alexander, who we got from Jets last year, wasn't it?
Jets.
Yeah, Jets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was Jets? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So LSU boy as well. So my college team. So that's all good. Heart hitter. Obviously, he can come in and do some splash plays for sure. Tanner Muse is also on the roster as well. Landon Roberts, who was with the Dolphins last year, another tackle machine, 107 last year. I think he was a captain as well, wasn't he? The Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Mark Robinson.
As well as Holcomb on Washington, wasn't he, as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Robinson behind him at the moment, who's a good prospect as well. And then you got Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, who we picked up in the draft, and I think Quincy Roche is still on. So,
what? Highsmith, Herbig, Golden.
Yeah, done.
That's
finally got quality depth there.
Yeah.
And even past those four, there is still depth.
Yeah.
Even past those four who can go on the practice squad.
I wonder.
Who they're cutting if you have to out then, do you reckon?
No, you keep 4 and you
keep 4, so it's going to be
and Roche on the
Highsmith, Herbig, Golden.
You can't cut any of those 4. No. They are your 4.
No, but I mean with the depth.
Yeah.
And then
Quincy Roche, I would have thought would be on practice squad.
Yeah, Roche and
who is the other guy? I can't remember.
Tanner Muse as well.
That was the one.
Yeah. I wonder if because obviously Miles Jack obviously we got rid. He was a free agent for a while. And then he went to the Eagles for like a week, and now he's
then retired.
Yeah,
I wonder if he said something during the off season he was going to retire anyway, and we sort of just cut our losses. I just wonder if because to be fair, I would have given him another chance. I thought he did all right last year.
He was that solid vet that we needed at the time as well.
Yeah, but he would have gone downhill this year anyway. But obviously he doesn't feel up to it. So obviously some of the Eagles didn't agree with him. So. Yeah, I just wonder if the Steelers knew something. Well,
because out of all those players that you've just read out, like what's the longest serving?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
It still seems like a young player. What?
Yeah. Drafted in 2017.
It's quite a long time, isn't it? When you think like
6-year player.
Yeah.
Considering that we've had people playing in certain positions for 10 years. Plus, it's weird that we've our veteran in that in quite a big chunk of that defense, apart from like Hayward, is a 6-year vet.
Yeah. But on paper,
in the team alone, so like taking away people who play for other teams.
Steelers sack record, didn't he? And he's played like 50 less games than Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous. The stats are unbelievable.
In a shorter amount of time as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like 50 less games than Harrison played, something like that.
One thing about this group, especially on paper anyway, is obviously we've had times where we've tackles and we've had a real issue with it. These guys look just good tacklers, just good open field tacklers, just. No fancy stuff. Just get on with the job. Yeah.
They're all learning from each other as well.
Yeah, of course.
You can see it in camp. You can see with Herbig.
Yeah.
There's been moves that he's made over preseason where you're like, that's a TJ move.
Exactly. Yeah.
But have you heard there's moves that Herbig makes that Highsmith's got? How have you done that? Like, can I copy that?
and now that. Like they're getting this whole symbiotic thing, like we're just going to like work with each other, and that's going to be absolutely dangerous as fuck.
Amazing,
absolutely.
This is the thing that does worry me though. Just generally, like if TJ goes down, they have to readjust. And that's the Steelers.
The thing is, we've got the depth. We've got the depth.
Yeah, we've got the depth. That's all you needed was like.
Highsmith last year was great.
Yeah.
Did not get the sacks that TJ did, but he was great. And then with Herbig in there and also Golden. So even if like TJ and Highsmith go down, we've got Herbig and Golden.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be as big as a loss as it has been before.
And the
I so.
on the inside as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can clog up the middle and let the edge get to the.
Yeah, absolutely. Alexander can hit, so he can take people out. So yeah,
the inside linebackers from what we had before is just. It's ridiculous. I mean, they're just so physical.
Yeah.
They love contact. It's like that's the complete opposite. Well, not the complete opposite, but it's like just
kind of moved back.
Devin Bush, it was
football.
Yeah, it was towards the end, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but in terms of like when people say like of like running backs by committee, which is usually not a great kind of system for running backs. Usually, you just want your one for momentum. I think this could be like a tandem of like linebackers by committee.
Yeah.
You just swap them
totally.
in, bang, 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 and just like like Roberts, Cole Holcomb, and Alexander together, like just mixing them and just spinning around.
Yeah.
There was one film of last game where Holcomb dissected the run play and got James Cook like on motion, like went straight to him, and they said like, oh well, great play by Holcomb, but Landon Roberts was right with him as well, doing the exact same thing just straight after, because he was at the side of him, so he just came to he hit him at the same time almost. And it's like they're both the same. They both can they're like missiles. It's ridiculous. And then Alexander, who's like effectively going to be the dime linebacker when you go into like the dime package. It's it's really exciting. Is that really?
Well, we seem to have progressed back to old school Steelers smash mouth defense.
I love that. I love that.
I do as well. Yeah. We've been trying for a number of years to get there again, and then from what I've seen this preseason, we're like. And also a bit of last season with Highsmith, like we're once again getting up to like the days with Kevin Green and all that kind of stuff. We're getting that kind of like, I'm going to hit you and you're going to stay down for about a second and a half until you think about getting up. Like that kind of like.
I absolutely agree with you.
Face
100%. And the thing about that is you've got that like absolutely old school like defense, which you're right. I absolutely agree with you. But you've also got a very modern offense. So it's like it seems to be that you've just got this proper like well, we'll see how the season goes on, but like the best of both worlds at this moment. So you're gonna have this really hard hitting, I'm gonna break your fucking legs.
I do like this defense for the same reason, but I've got concerns just because the AFC North, it's not the same AFC North that it has been. It's
harder.
It is very much a passing division now. Like you've got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase who pass the ball.
It's an elite division. It's an elite division.
You've got the Browns who can pass the ball. They've got Cooper. They've got their Titans. They've got Deshaun Watson. Obviously, Lamar's getting his weapons now. So whether they can keep up in the passing, I don't have questions about the running game. It's whether they can, obviously we'll get onto the secondary in a second, but it's whether our linebackers keep up with their tight ends and their inside receivers.
There's no question at all in my eyes that the AFC North is the division in the NFL this year.
100%.
Absolutely.
It's the new NFC East. It's the new NFC West, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at like, I know like the Steelers are probably quite untested, but let's be honest, like considering like when you look at like the Bungles and you look at like the Ravens or whatever, however you want to look at it, put the Browns, right?
But then on the other end of the scale, you've got in one division, you've got the Patriots, you've got the Jets, you've got the Finns.
I've got a gripe about them. I'll tell you about them later on, but one.
Yeah, but I've just read out 3 teams. They're all in the same division, and that is a tough decision.
Yeah, but the Jets won't be tough. They're going to be absolutely dog shit.
Well,
don't know. Aaron Rodgers is different, isn't he? So we'll see. Yeah, but
it's their role.
I'll catch that for later.
Cool. Okay, a secondary. Gone are Cam Sutton, Akilo Witherspoon, Arthur Morlett and Terrell Edmonds, who went to the Eagles. So we have Levi Wallace and James Pierre. Patrick P in the house.
P2.
I need your opinions on something when we hit the end as well. Anyway, Joey Porter Jr., second round pick in the draft. And then we've sort of got Keanu Neal, who we picked up from the Fold. No, we didn't. Picked up from the Bucks.
Tampa. Yeah,
Tampa Bay. He started off with the Falcons, who's a first round pick. DeMonte Casey and Miles Killebrew as well. Also got Elijah Riley and Shandon Sullivan.
It's tough, this. I think it's really tough actually in the secondary because we've just lost Corey for the. Obviously, we got him in the seventh round.
Corey Trice.
All right. That was quite. You know what? He could have been. Quite
I don't think it was a big loss because he didn't really show anything.
No, but apparently in practice,
and he has been injury prone as well, so they kind of semi-expected some kind of.
This secondary is actually. I mean, bear in mind, they were very good last year for interceptions. The secondary, weren't they? Literally, I think they led the league.
Third in the league.
You know what I mean. In fact, they were according to the magazine, they were tied for the most interceptions. So the thing is, we have got a lot of
ball hawks
riding on this, but looking at like additions, like you said, Joey Porter Jr. as well potentially. It's still untested at the moment. It's suddenly a very untested
more than
secondary.
Untested.
And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this.
So Joey Porter Jr. is my nepotism rant.
Okay,
go on. So many folk are big on him because he's Joey Porter's son. So in his college career, over 4 years, he had 1 interception. And then he
got thrown the ball his way.
And then he had his interception on his first game of the season against Matt Barkley. So my nan could get an interception from Matt Barkley because I'm just going to briefly go over. I'm just going to. My nan's been dead since I was 25, so we're talking like 16 years. So we're just going to quickly go over Matt Barkley's career. Signed in the Eagles, 2013, drafted. Eagles, Bears, Cards, Niners, Bengals, Bills.
That's worrying.
Titans, Panthers, Falcons, and Bills. Like literally, the guy has never had a starting job out of anywhere. And also during that game, Sullivan and Elijah also got the other 2 interceptions. And also with a quarter of the throws he made were interceptions. So this entire thing about Joey Porter catching an interception at the moment for me is like, okay, now show me something else. And beyond that interception, Joey Porter Jr. has shown sod all.
What about? I think got a lot to prove. Not disregarding what you're saying because I don't know too much about like his past, so I kind of understand what you're saying. What about Minka?
Fitzpatrick.
What do you think he's going to do this season?
Minka's going to be Minka.
Minka's
going to be Minka. Yeah. But like Joey Porter Jr., like everyone's like, interception, this is great. But my entire thing before we signed Joey Porter Jr. was like, are we doing the entire Steelers thing of keeping it in the family?
It all felt a bit rosy.
We've got a tendency to do.
Yes.
I mean, maybe they've seen something, maybe they haven't. I think that's cards on the table in it with that one. I think he's just going to see how that goes. He's got a lot to prove.
The good thing is that he's surrounded by good people.
Yeah,
this is it. But at the same time, they're banking on him being the outside corner, aren't they? Because Patrick Peterson can't. He can play that, but he's not got the legs anymore. He's more wanting to be the slot. So it's like you've got Levi Wallace.
Tall though he'll be. Not only as a player, but as a person as well.
Well, with it being such a young group at that position, the main reason why I brought P2 in was because we needed that veteran there.
Yeah, we
and even if he doesn't do a great deal on the field, his contribution off the field is going to be immense.
But it's that turnover of players that's like worries me in terms of like communication breakdowns in an actual game setting. It's like, you know, they've got to be so on it. And the way they're, I know you're going to come on to safeties, but like the way that they're going to utilise the safeties more as well, and the new faces that came in the safeties, it's like there's a lot of moving parts here, and a lot of players that are either pseudo corners or a safety, and they've just got to be really on it with the communication because it's such like
this could be.
I think that's why Peter was brought in.
Yeah, this could potentially be our weak spot in the defence here.
For the first couple of months, maybe. Yeah. Maybe for half the season, it could be for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some teething issues, definitely.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Do you want to hear a Patrick Peterson fact?
Go on.
Sure. He's got the tied record for 4 return touchdowns in a season. There you go. That was his rookie year. Rookie year, 20 something or other.
2011. 2011.
Yeah,
I was about to say 2012.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll do it again. I mean, please.
I don't think he's got the legs for that, Phil.
Probably.
Well, maybe not. Yeah, definitely not. But we'll see.
Gents, I'm going to go quiet for a bit because apparently I'm currently drafting and I've got 35 minutes on my 4-hour pick, which was not made aware of. So I'm just going to dip out.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm still on audio, but not visual.
Justin Tucker and no one else.
It's a QB flex, and loads of people have not been made aware that it's a QB flex. So I'm going to make the most of this situation.
Go for it.
Cool. Okie doke. Obviously, special teams. Do we give Callum the floor?
Did you say safety? Did you talk about safeties? Oh.
Who?
Did you miss the safeties or not?
I did mention them. Or did I? I don't know. I can't remember. Keanu Neal, Devontae KZ, obviously Mika, Trey Norwood, and Kenny Robinson. So there's a bit of talk about Trey Norwood's position being a bit precarious. So
I don't think he's going to make the team now because of his injuries and stuff and his lack of playing time.
Yeah.
But, no, it's going to be interesting how they utilize those like 3 linebackers, like the 3 safety sets, because from what I'm gathering here now, I think they're wanting Minka to like tackle less. Just to preserve him. And
I'll be happy with that, to be honest.
Be more of a ball hawk. Because Neil's kind of like a single linebacker anyway. So it's like
he's the tackler.
Yeah, so
he's the aggressive. He's the aggressive if you need.
Well, if you think about it, with Fitzpatrick, he's a bit like Watt in some sense. Now, I don't mean like in terms of like the output necessarily, even though Watt had a massive output clearly. But just having his presence on the actual field is a game changer.
Yeah.
So I think that could be, if he can like limit his injuries, you know what I mean, like not get hurt, because he is getting on a bit now. I mean, he's not getting on; he's still young, but in relative terms. But
he can't be the leading tackler of the entire defense.
Exactly.
So that's why I think they made the moves that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just having him actually on the field at the same time, or whatever it might be, anyway, it is maybe he is a leader anyway, but the way I'm coming out, like he is a veteran, isn't he?
The communicator, the leader of the centre. He's the one who's doing all the talking, which is what Terrell Edmonds did really well. He's a really good communicator.
He was a loss him, actually. I'm quite gutted that we couldn't match him, but I understand why he went at the same time. It's one of those like tough situations.
I think Neil's a big communicator as well. Like I said, he's very physical. So I think that's what we need as well. So, like I said, it might take a bit of time for these guys to sort of bed in. This is the first month or so, just get that communication going. But Peterson back there obviously will help as well. He's got that bet knowledge. So yeah, okay. So special teams, Presley Harvin and Brandon Mann is still there, and obviously Boz and Harry Potter. Calvin Austin is kick return along with Gunnar. That's very exciting. We might have an actual threat.
Yeah.
A Devin Hester type at last. Yeah.
I could see us having like punt returns ending on like their 40-yard line.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Yeah. Callum?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
So, well, I think obviously, I think BT Potter was just a camp leg. I liked him when he was Clemson, but obviously he's not Boz's level. I think there's a nothing burger is that. Presley Harvin, there's a punt content creator that I follow, and he's done a full on analysis of Presley Harvin in his pre-season. And there's the most important thing, he hasn't allowed many returns, and when he has allowed returns, they haven't been big ones. So he's not out kicking his coverage as much as he did last couple of seasons, and he's making sure they're always at least at the 15 or the 10.
Last season he was quite inconsistent.
Yeah, he's not flashing the hot and cold as much. Hopefully that continues into the regular season. But he's just consistent at the 10, at the 15, just inside the 20. So hopefully that continues, because anything inside the 20 is a brilliant punt, even if you're at the halfway line. Anything inside 20 is a great punt.
Yeah.
And as long as you allow the fair catch or it goes out at the 15 or whatever.
It's a hang time as well, isn't it? It's just allow them to because if you saw on that last game,
he never used to get
there was no way they could run it because the gunner was right up next to him, as soon as he caught it. So
he's kicking it so high, he's getting 4.5 seconds of hang time, and the punt and the gunner is literally there at the point of the return.
That's what you want.
The guy catches the ball, so there's no chance for the guy to return it, and it is great to see. But also, another important thing, Boz trusts him. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Whether he shanks every ball, as long as Boz trusts him on his field goal, because that's alongside probably quarterback and receiver or quarterback and centre. That's probably not being biased, but one of the more important relationships there is the kicker and his holder.
Of course it is. I mean, them two are literally responsible for more points than any other.
Exactly.
There's only a few people I trust to hold my ball, so.
Are they in this room?
No.
Cool. Right. on that bombshell. Right. So, gentlemen, taking in all that information and all that knowledge that we've given to the group.
Punters are people too.
Shall we do the season rundown where we think we're going to win?
Let's go.
Alan, should we do what you've suggested and just do it game by game? Right, let me get a pen and paper first. I'll jot these down.
I've got the games here.
I've got the games here.
Yeah, I've got the games. I've got the games. Yeah. Just bear with me. I need to take my phone with me.
It's live.
There's some Belgian games there, though, isn't there? Looking at the actual.
There it is.
Right.
Okay. Right.
Is he gone?
No, I'm here.
Entertainment, folks.
Just drop me.
Jason's actually making paper out of trees. He's just cut one down.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the technical side of the Steelers admin group is Jason.
I made this group. Can you believe
I
it?
know you did. And
Fucking idiot.
you're wonderful at it, but every time something slightly technical pops up,
technical,
when you're in front of other people, it's great.
It's just a really.
What's technical about pen and paper?
No, for Jason.
The thing is, everybody
he's getting on a bit.
Birmingham.
Like literally, he's used to wax and stylus.
Shut up.
All right, just dip the feather in ink.
Not even joking.
Callum doesn't even know what wax and stylus is. That's how old it is, man.
Bless you.
By the way,
Okay.
I was happy to be one of your moderators, and now I'm getting kicked out.
Been nice knowing you. Okay. Right. Okay. Have you got your pieces of paper?
Yes.
I have 2, yes.
Oh, you're such good gentlemen. Okay, so, right, dear viewers, we start off with a game. It is at home. I expect the crowd,
opening game is.
I expect the crowd will be absolutely hyped to the max.
Yes.
We have got the 49. We have got the 49ers at 6 o'clock. Okay, let's go.
Gold rush bastards.
Right, ready?
Look at me, I've got a gold rush.
God, I can't see it. Hang on.
Oh, Reese.
Yeah, it's going well, this. I've got to win me.
Oh, shit.
What have you got, Jason?
Not working. Rumble you.
Oh, is it just me, is it? Okay, all right. Cool.
Oh, Reese.
I'm counting on Brock Purdy not being 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we always win our.
That is the only reason why I've not pro W.
Oh, did you pull a loss as well?
No, sorry. That's the only reason not pro loss is because Purdy's may not be 100%.
Nick Bosa might not be in as well if this holdout carries on. I'm saying he's going to carry the season, but I doubt that's
If
going
he
to
doesn't
happen.
start, it might change to a win, but otherwise, I don't think
I've
they
gone
need
for a win because there's only one golden team in the NFL, and well, basically the 49ers.
Shall we just say that you're going to do wins for all 17?
He hasn't even written moves, has he?
Yeah, there isn't.
He's not written a bit of paper with that on. He's just done W, so he can hold it up for every game. Because I'm not going to say it before Phil on the vlog, but
we're going to lose the bye game.
We're not going to win we're not going to get a W on the bye week. But Phil, brilliant. By the end of the season, what are the Steelers going to do?
Well, let's get to that. Let's get to that.
I just want it out of the way.
No. Let's do it properly. Let's go. Right.
So we've got something. Yeah.
Week 2 at home against those people.
Absolutely win.
Monday Night Football at home. It's got to be
a win.
Yeah.
That one is
W.
There we go.
Right. Somebody's gonna have to tell me what they've got because I can't see everybody.
I've got a dub.
I got a dub.
Win.
6 wins.
6 wins. Thank you.
Fuck the Browns. Fuck them to hell.
Cool.
And then bring them back and fuck them again. Shitbags.
Right. Week 3. A bit of a bogey team. Sunday Night Football in Vegas. Is anybody going? No. Against the Raiders. Week 3.
I've actually got a loss for this one.
Yeah.
I've got a loss for this one.
I've got a win.
Purely because of the record we've had at Raiders.
I've got an L.
I've got an L.
But Phil's got a loss.
Yeah.
Stephen.
Wait, shows up on my camera.
So 49ers no, but Raiders yes. Okay.
It's the
Steelers. It's because the record.
Yeah, I know. They are
but the record we've had about them with.
Hang on. Reese, have you got a win?
Yeah, I've got a win for that. Yeah, absolutely. I know it's a curse. I know it's a cursed team, but that roster is gutted. They are going to be a distant fourth in the AFC.
And that roster is gutted, but that is where we do our worst work.
Yeah, exactly. Lee, what did you have?
Yeah, but
I had a loss.
A loss. Thank you very much. Cool. Okay. Right. Week 4. Now, if I see a loss here, I'm going to walk out. We are away. We are in Houston at 6 o'clock against the Texans.
That's a dub.
That's definitely a dub.
Definitely a win.
Win for Phil. Callum?
All dubs, Jace. All dubs.
All dubs.
Thank you. Lovely. That's what I like to see. Okay. Week 5. Back at home. 6 o'clock. It's the Ratbirds. It's the Ratbirds.
I was on and on about this one.
Yeah, so currently...
It's a bit of a mix.
I've got them 4
throwing up an L.
Win.
Hang on. Callum.
50-50.
Who's that? That's a Lee.
Reese, Steve, and Phil with a dub, and me, you, and Callum with an L.
Cool, thank you. Lovely. Okay.
I think there'll still be a little bit.
Oh, it'll be tricky. It'll be a close game. It's going to be.
I think they are going to come out of this they are going to come out this season like gunning.
Yes.
With a new coordinator and new weapons, I don't know. I think they want Lamar to play differently to what he's done. I don't know. Yeah, it's the 5th game, so they might get their on the track at that point.
Yeah,
but
I think they'll have a slow start. I really do. But
see, I think they'll have a quick start because we're quite unknown.
Maybe.
I think teams will sort of find us out.
That's right. I'm with Jason. It's going to be very much.
As well.
Yeah.
They're going to be preparing for Lamar, and then there's going to be everything else instead.
Historically, we tend to do better after the bye. Historically,
well, let's see.
It's how battered we are at that point. Because we always go out like you said.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So week 6 is our bye week.
We always get the really early bye weeks as well.
So I've got a tie for that one. Got a tie for the bye.
That wasn't in the rules.
It does not match your shirt though.
You just put that one up. That's just.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Right after the bye week, we travel to LA. I think it's a Sunday night game.
Rams are going to batter them.
Wins. There's nothing of that defense anymore.
It's still Aaron Donald.
There's nothing.
It's
of
one
that.
guy.
No.
It's one.
It's Aaron Donald though.
Yeah.
You can scheme around any player.
Win.
No.
Win.
He can't carry them.
Yeah, he can't carry an offense.
No. Right, Lee. Win. Reese.
Win.
Yeah, that's a win.
Callum.
Win.
All dubs.
All dubs. Thank you. Shut up. Right, week 8.
And this is why you're not our favourite Phil.
Right, toppy one, week 8.
This is a tough one.
5 o'clock because of the old winter clock and all that.
Yeah.
This Jaguars at home.
I'm struggling with this one because
people's favourites. Yeah, it is a hard one. I'm going for a cup loss.
I've gone for a loss.
I sincerely hope my fiance is not listening right now.
I know.
The Wizard hitting a game-winning field goal.
Ooh.
I think Calvin Ridley's going to have a bit of a...
Phil, what did you throw?
Force.
I've not thought yet.
Callum's the only one with a win so far. So Reese, Steve, yourself, and myself has a loss.
Okay, thank you.
Right, I'm going to go for a win.
And always Phil goes for a win.
It's a tough one, that one, though.
They look.
The Jaguars are very, very good. Very good.
They look very good.
Okay, after that, we hit the Titans at home. Thursday night game. Traditionally do really well against the Titans, especially on a Thursday night. I think I remember when we put. I don't know.
That was great. That's my favourite game ever. Love that
great game.
The dilly game, as I call it.
So a win for Phil. What about
win for myself? Win for Steve? Win for Cal?
All wins, Jason.
Phil, what are you doing?
Yeah, win.
Thank you.
Thursday night is always a bit of a lottery, but I think we'll still have enough there.
Yeah.
Phil screens off. There we go.
I'm back. Win. Definitely a win.
Cool. Week 10. Give the Packers some love. You see what I did there?
Oh, very good, yes.
Sorry. At home against Green Bay, 6 o'clock. What have you got? You've got win.
Yeah, I'm hoping that.
4 dubs.
Mine is a win, but my camera's, no, my green screen's playing up. There we go.
Full dubs.
Yeah, all dubs.
I'm going to absolutely. The Packers are just shit.
They're another Rams, aren't they? They're over that hump now. The window
They're a shit sandwich. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah,
I never rated him coming out of college. To be fair, so we'll see.
Biggest mistake they made trading up for him. They could have got
the Packers
receivers.
Yeah,
that was their window.
Yeah,
they're going to be that shit. They're going to make all the fans get turned off cheese. Like it's a Packers. Get that cheese off my head. You know, that's what they're going to do. You know, they were stamping on the little cheese hats.
Okay, there's a season prediction for you.
Absolutely shite.
Okay, practice the shite. Here we go.
Yeah.
Right, week 11.
And I love it.
We are away 6 o'clock at the Browns.
You know what?
I've gone for a cheeky. I've gone for a cheeky win.
No,
right.
Loss.
Another Boz masterclass.
It's a win, baby. It's going to be a win.
Me and Steve at a loss. Reese?
I'm at a loss. Yeah.
I'm afraid I think we're splitting.
Bill?
I've got a win.
As much as I would love to say a win against the Browns, I
Tough one.
I just reckon that at that point we may have
fought the Browns.
May have hit like we've had a bye week wall.
Well, I've had an injury.
Well, I think Browns bye week's a week before that as well. So I think Browns are coming off the bye week on that one.
You know why we're going to win against the Browns?
That game depends entirely, I think, on what the relationship between Deshaun Watson and the Browns
and everybody else.
Because on the field, they should be okay. Off the field is a different story. Because that whole situation.
I'm just going off. I don't think Watson can perform how they expect him to perform.
No, and that's
also
right.
I think at some point he's going to do something, or like for me, that's a trap game.
Yeah,
Browns at home.
You know why? We're going to win against Cleveland Browns at home at Cleveland?
Is because fuck the Browns.
Apart from fuck the Browns, we'll turn up to Steelers to play the Cleveland Browns, right? And because they're not thick as pig shit, they'll think they've got an away game. So they'll all be on a plane going to LA or something like that. And then
Phil, I love your optimism. I really do. I really do.
But I think in LA, and I'd be like, oh shit, we should be at home right now.
I think that's our trap game. I think that is our AFC North trap game is Browns at Cleveland. That is our trap game.
Yeah.
Because we'll turn up to Baltimore and go balls out. We'll turn up to Cincinnati. We'll go balls out. And we'll turn up to Cleveland and go, they're the Browns.
It's an interesting one, this one. Definitely interesting. Because this goes with the next game.
Right. Week 12 gets really easier away against Cincinnati at 6 o'clock.
I think they're definitely going to win that one.
I've got a loss.
It'll be a hard game. It's a hard one, but I think we're going to lose the home game against them.
Cal, Cal, move your sign a little bit one way. There we go. So Phil's the only win.
Yeah, I don't want to get this one. Yeah. We'll be well up for it. We'll be absolutely well up for it. Burrow is incredible as a quarterback, but I think that's one that I think we might just scrape. It'll be a hard slog.
So many moves, though. They've made all of the moves, and they are scary.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree.
And the only other team that's in the division that's scarier than them is the Ravens, because all they did was hate drafters. Like literally all the Ravens did were like, Steelers love this player, let's have him. Take him.
Well, that's what the Bengals did for years, and now look at them. So it worked. Yeah. All right. So week 13 on paper looks easier. Back at home against the Cardinals. Hopefully Kendrick Green will play for them by then.
Big dub.
Yeah, that should be.
Everyone's got a dub. Sorry, Cal, you put up an L first, and I was like, what the hell? That's a full dub.
Full dub. Thank you. Big dub. Cool. Right. Next one, week 14, is at home against the Patriots, which is a Thursday night. What have we got?
Dub.
So
Yeah. That's my little rant, by the way. Amazon, not only for your shitty work conditions, but making me get up twice for Thursday night games.
So, I don't think we're going to win them. I'm going to put a loss.
They are lotteries, Thursday night.
Whoa.
Yeah,
they are
I'm going to
different.
put a loss that one.
Reese, what did you have?
I've got that as a win, to be fair.
Everyone had a dub except Phil.
I know.
Cool, thank you. Interesting. Where are we? Week 15, we're away. This is the 17th of December. It's to be confirmed with the times. It's against the Colts. I mean, come on.
It'd be a win, shouldn't it? Let's be honest.
It should be.
I'm going lost trap game, I think.
Ooh. Okay. Win everybody else?
Personally, I've got to win. But this is the interesting thing. I was looking at it. I've been looking at this schedule all week. If we lose against New England, I reckon we could potentially lose against the Colts. Sorry, we'll win against the Colts and vice versa. I don't know what it is. I think
So you had it. You in England, you had it down for a loss, so you got to put it down for a win against the Colts.
Yeah.
That's how your logic works, man.
Yeah.
So put it down. So all dubs except for Cal, who had it as a trap game.
It's National Phil Day. Just let him have it today.
I can't do it. I just
these last 4 games are just horrific.
Insane.
Right, let's go. So week 16, we're at home against the Bengals. It's a Saturday night. It's a Saturday night game, 9:30 on the 23rd. Merry Christmas.
Losing
Afraid it's an L.
We got a full L.
Yeah.
Full L. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Both losses at Bengals.
I just think they're too good.
Yeah, same.
Unless in the like we did on Burrow's first year, we break Burrow's collarbone. That's the only way we can win the second one.
That'd be nice. Yeah,
like literally Burrow's first year, he came up against TJ Watt, but TJ Watt was like, bam, out for the season. So
we're living out our Carson Palmer fantasies right now.
Yeah, that's the only way we'll win both of those games.
Week 17, New Year's Eve. Is anybody going to bother watching?
Depends what time it is. Because I could probably throw
9:05. 9:05.
Maybe.
So I've got a loss.
Roundabout when the drinking starts.
Really torn on this.
That's probably when you need to.
Seahawks on that one.
Away.
Dub win there.
They look dangerous. Look dangerous with their signings.
What did I get? Lost.
They're probably one of the bigger
Dub.
I've got to win. It's Seattle. They'll all be on drugs.
Reese,
I got a win for that one.
Win. Callum,
loss.
And Stephen,
I got a loss.
Loss as well. Okay, cool. Thank you. And to finish off, as we always do, it's either the Browns or these bunch of muppets. It's the Ravens on the 7th of January. No time as yet. I can see Stephen has a big fat W. I also have a big fat W.
And I do.
Full dub except Reese.
I split the Ravens down the middle.
Okay.
I just think we often do quite well in Baltimore. So
yeah.
We do quite well in Baltimore over Christmas as well.
Yeah.
The holiday season. We tend to just have a bit more fun than Baltimore.
Right, let me just collate. Speak amongst yourselves.
I've only got mine down, so
yeah. 11
very optimistic.
I lost count at the Jags game, I think.
Oh, sorry.
I lost count after San Francisco.
I've not been keeping count because Jason was doing that shit.
I realised soon after Jason's doing that.
I'm possibly going to need therapy after the Jags game. So if we do lose that, I'm just going to get shit talked all week. So
yeah.
We are probably going to have.
What you need to do is do all of the housework leading up to that day of the Jazz game. Do everything, like even if you do most of the housework, do all the housework. Buy her flowers like a couple of days before. Like do something nice for her, and then if the Jags win, she'll be less likely to take the piss out of you because you've done all these nice things. Buy her chocolates.
Trust me, that playoff game.
Drag up some baby photos from her parents and turn around and go, if you're going to take the piss, I'm just going to post them all on Facebook. like literally, if it comes to that, like literally just turn around and go, if you're good, every time you turn around and say the Jags beat the Steelers, I'm just going to post a baby photo on Facebook.
Honestly, it was one of those things of when the next year after that playoff game we shan't speak of, we went to there was an NFL thing in London the day before the first game of the season. They had a couple of Jaworski. They had the guys from the BBC London, BBC NFL show and they had Paul Puzlesny there, former Jags inside linebacker. And I mean, apart from being freaking enormous, he was doing like a meet and greet and that. My fiance has his jersey, and so it was one of those things with his face lit up and everything. It was beautiful, and then he saw my Steelers jersey, and you could just see the little glint in his eye that just went.
Hilarious.
So
right, we are a very optimistic bunch.
Go on.
But nobody is as optimistic as National Philip Day. because our Phil has gone 14-3.
That's pessimistic for him.
It's going to happen.
Right.
Let me explain something. The Steelers.
Hold on. Just let me just hunker down. I've got tin can food. I've got
a full bottle of water.
Things. Generators running.
I've got a roof over my head.
Reece, that was full when you came on.
Yeah, it was.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. Good start,
Steelers, mate.
You're following the wrong team. This is why it's so
what
high.
a start.
Steelers are going 8-9.
They are like McDonald's.
What?
Shit.
What?
That's not a good start, man.
Right, okay. Lee, when you go to McDonald's, what do you have?
Machine is working.
Banana milkshake and nothing
I'm writing
else.
this down.
Okay, Jason, what do you have when you go to McDonald's?
What do I have when I go to McDonald's? I like a chicken zinger.
Okay, very nice.
That's KFC.
That's KFC.
No. Dave, McDonald's do one. Trust me, I've ordered enough.
yeah.
They're equivalent.
Spicy sandwich. They have a spicy mixed sandwich, don't they? Yeah. Okay, so I get that. Stephen.
They're big tasty. They have now and then.
Okay.
Which they only have every now and again.
Yeah, but that's the only time it's really good.
Is that with bacon
McDonald's.
or without bacon?
Bacon every time. Bacon.
Yeah,
without tomato because it makes it weird.
What do you have? Callum, nice. What do you have?
I'd probably go same as Stephen, big tasty with bacon.
Right, and yourself?
Oh, good call.
I'm a double quarter pounder with cheese kind of guy.
Right, you are wrong.
Wow. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fire. Shit.
Right.
Wow. Oh, God.
Is it a fillet to fish?
Used to be cheap.
Is it a fillet to fish?
Right. McDonald's used to be cheap. So you have your burger and all that sort of stuff. And then you'd be like, it's shit, this. But now it's like 7 or 8 quid for a burger. Sometimes, you get a meal. It's like, well expensive. It used to be like a $5. Now it's like 7, 8 quid. Like, for your meals and stuff like that.
Is it?
So you're looking forward to a Mackey's and then you have like a Big Mac or whatever, or a quarter pounder or whatever, and you're eating it and it's like, this is fucking cardboard. That's all it's shite.
Yeah. Big Mac's no longer big.
The shit. It's all shit. It's absolute crap. Right? But
there
is, and this is what the Steelers are. Understated, yeah, but brilliant. And you know why?
It's because of
the Saver burgers. The Saver menu burgers. Saver menu burgers for £1.
Right.
Either cheeseburger or hamburger.
I'm sorry, Phil. This
never lets you down. Yeah, and guaranteed that everyone who has them cheap fucking quid burgers are super. Yeah,
they're no longer a quid, Phil.
Yeah, no,
£1.20. This is your biggest reach analogy ever, because every single one of us right now are just sat here going, "What the fuck are you talking about?" When you've like maybe various animal ones, we've been sat there going,
but this one's worse, Lee. This is worse because I don't even agree with him.
I don't either.
Because all he's done is slated our choices for fucking some cheap £1.89 job.
The pounds, the Super Saver burgers in McDonald's.
What you've done, Phil, is let us all down. Because we were expecting some kind of fantastic analogy, and you gave us a shit one about McDonald's burgers.
Yeah, on Philip Day, you've let all the Phils down. Unbelievable. You're an absolute loser.
This is why we didn't choose you.
Absolute loser.
This is why.
Unbelievable.
I'm no longer supporting the Spielers.
Saver menu burgers, superb. Can't go wrong with them.
Okay, brilliant.
That's what it is. Yep.
Yeah. Next. Right. Okay. Well, I was going to say let's have some fun because that wasn't.
Show your camera off now.
Yeah.
Done. For the best.
So I went 11-6, as did Lee. Reese has gone 10-7. Callum 12-5. And Stephen 11-6 as well. So
3 11-6s.
Yeah.
Typical me then being the pessimist of the group as usual.
Well, you're probably the most realist, mate. That's what it is. So you know. So we'll see. Obviously, depends on injuries and everything else, doesn't it? So
yeah, of course.
Yes.
So, we shall see. Right. Hot takes. Good, bad. Do you want me to start?
Go on.
Yeah.
Okay, right, my good one. Right, so I touched on this like 17 hours ago, whatever time it is. I just think so. Deontay Johnson will go from no touchdowns to double-figure touchdowns this year.
Ooh, okay.
The focus will be on Pickens, as I said earlier. I think Johnson is the ideal player to take advantage of that. I think he will have a good season. I think he'll have 1,300 yards and double. There we go. That's my good one. Right. You ready for my bad one?
Go on.
Don't hate me for this, but remember, hot takes are just something out of the ordinary anyway. I know Deontay Johnson one is quite realistic-ish. I've got Alex Highsmith to lose his starting job in season to Nick Herbig. There you go.
Paid him all that money.
Oh yes.
And he's just going to go, fuck.
It's the curse of the cash. So obviously, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope there's a good rotational going on. But it's just a hot take. There's mine.
Interesting. Like on that if you want.
My hot. No, Phil, go for it. I'll go after you.
Go on, Phil.
My hot take is this. This is going to blow your minds.
McDonald's are shit.
Canada.
Oh God.
Will be the best offensive coordinator in the league.
Oh, sure.
And I think he might be.
In the league? Fucking hell, that is a hot take.
Phil, how many Cronenbergs have you had? Like, really? Like, seriously? Even for that to leave your mouth, how many Cronenbergs have you fucking had?
In the league? Jesus.
In the league.
Wow.
Like I'd push it for our division. But in the league.
So, number one ranked offense?
Number one ranked offense.
Wow. Yeah. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Hot take. Hot take. Cool.
Yeah.
That is the hottest.
Yes. Yeah. I can't touch it. It's so hot. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Next.
Okay.
Bad. No. Phil, I'm going to do is bad.
TJ Watt.
Canada is going to be.
I thought that was the bad one.
Yeah.
In the
That's a
league.
good one.
TJ Watt will only have 2 sacks this season.
Oh my God!
Like, literally, did you just turn around and go, "Today's opposite day"? And I'm only just going to say the things out loud.
Yeah.
2 sacks all
Random.
season.
Yeah.
There
we go.
Okay.
So my hot take is that CA3 will have more productivity than Pickens.
Ooh.
Interesting. Powerful.
Like, I fully believe it.
Wow. Okay.
And my bad take is that we're going to be in the higher 20s for secondary stoppage.
Okay.
Secondary stoppage, I reckon we're going to be like 26th, 27th in the league.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I've got 2.
Okay, Stephen.
I'll go with my bad one first. If it's a bad one, it depends how you look at it. I think my hot take is Broderick Jones will not start any game in 2023.
Oh,
that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
I think.
Yeah,
I think it's a good sign, but also surprising.
Yeah.
I reckon we'd see him last third of the season.
I mean, you've got to. Obviously, that means then Dan Moore doesn't get injured throughout all this. And I'm saying start. So, like, if he gets injured during the game and he comes in, then fair enough. But the next week, Dan Moore's back in, you know.
By design.
So we might bring him in for some plays, but other than that,
exactly.
he's not number one.
But he's not the number one.
See, I don't see that as a hot take.
Yeah,
I see that as like kind of like how these looked at him from
probably could
the get-go.
Happen. Yeah. Well, my positive one, I suppose it's positive, is Minka will be Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh.
And I think he's just going to be a ball hawk. And he's through his interceptions.
Okay.
He's got
it's going to be Sauce.
Yeah, I think.
Be Sauce.
I don't know. I think Meek is going to do a lot of controlling and a lot of. Yeah, whether he'll be let loose like that, I don't know.
I think that's the idea with like the moves that they've made. They want to keep. They want to move him around loads.
I think Minka will be on the. He is definitely in for the running, but I think Sauce is going to show more. Whereas Minka, what he does will be a little bit more under the radar. He's going to make plays, but no one's going to notice it. Yeah. But Sauce is going to be flashy.
Okay.
And that's why players get Defensive Player of the Year, unless you're Donald.
Pretty much, yeah.
Callum, Reese, you got any?
I can't really think of any because all mine have been pretty much said. Pretty much, you've actually read.
So, what has been said? What were yours that were said?
So, you said the one about Pickens being absolutely not annihilated, but he won't have any production, and someone like DJ or CA3 will have more production than him. And I think there was another one that someone said. I can't remember what it was. God, voice break.
He's a man.
He grows up so fast.
He's a man.
There was another one where you were like, you read my mind.
No worries.
Oh no, Broderick Jones not starting. That was the other one.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
That I was thinking that he wouldn't. I think Dan Moore will have a solid season, and I don't think Broderick Jones will really start many games this season, if any.
Cool. That's a good take.
Reece?
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for doing that. Reese, you got any?
You didn't do Reese?
I was just going to say, I think Jaylen Warren will have more touchdowns, but I think Najee Harris will have more yards. I just think that's going to be the dichotomy.
I kind of think the opposite. I kind of think Warren is going to have more yards.
Yeah, it's possible.
Najee's going to do the touchdown bit.
Yeah, again, when they're in the red zone.
It's going to be an interesting relationship between those two.
My other hot take was Warren taking over Najee as RB1. That was going to be my other hot take.
Yeah.
Are we doing all general NFL hot takes as well? We've got a couple of those.
Just give it to us. Why not?
I think that the Broncos will do no better this year under Sean Payton.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's got big Joe Gibbs coming back to Washington after all those years. Very much a case of
the Jets at best will be a 7. The Jets at best will be in a 7 to 8 win team, just because.
I don't know.
Just because their O-line is very suspect.
You've been watching Hard Knocks.
Callan, I actually agree with you here.
You can have all the weapons you want, but if Aaron Rodgers is on the floor, he can't pass.
I actually agree with you 100% here, Callan. Genuinely, I think these people, and I have read articles about why the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl, right? These people are stupid. Absolutely stupid if they think that the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl.
Main thing with the Jets is
these people, right, are little pieces of all these analysts, right, who they're like little pieces of grains of sugar, right, individual grains of sugar, and all these hundreds of analysts.
You're not allowed a second analogy.
Not after that.
No, to be honest, this analogy sounds better than his last one about McDonald's, so I'm willing to hear it.
No. It's turning into National Fuck Off Phil Day. This is what these.
These little grains of sugar, all these people, like saying that the Jets are going to win, right? They all combined together, right? And then all the masses are following them. But you know what it means?
Nobody follows sugar, Phil. Nobody follows sugar.
But they've got no teeth.
Right.
Because they'll just rot away, aren't they?
So basically, for me, with the Jets is Rodgers turned around and said at the Packers,
he's old.
I have no receivers or no weapons. And then he moved over to the Jets, and they got all the guys that he was working with at the Packers. That's it.
I'm going to defend Phil here a little bit. So, because Phil, you can tell he's a proper Steelers fan, because the past 3 years, he slated the Rams, Tampa Bay, and now the Jets. Now, all 3 of these teams have obviously spent money on win-now mentality. And the Steelers aren't anywhere remotely near that mindset. Never have been. No. So, fair play to Phil. If that's what he wants to have a whinge about, these win-now teams, then let him have it.
Or if we got the homes.
But the Jets are not really improved. And Rodgers on the decline.
We'll see.
They have a top 5 running back. They have arguably the greatest.
Shut up.
They arguably have the best.
No, they do have a top 5 running back though.
Yeah, there's a fact there.
Phil does not deal with facts. Phil deals with analogies about burgers.
But they're not. But would I like to see Aaron Rodgers win a Super Bowl? Absolutely not.
No,
I haven't got
not another one. Not in my lifetime.
No. Especially against us anyway.
No.
Are we going on to dark horses?
Yeah. So as we take one into the NFL in general, should we start with the Super Bowl finalists first for this year?
Yeah.
So I'll go first because I won last year. You're all going to hate me because I think the Bengals are just too good not to get there this year. But I think they'll get upended again in the Super Bowl by the Eagles. I think the Eagles will come back strong. I know there's a curse against it and everything else, but I think they're loaded. I think they're good enough to come back. I think they'll do it this year. So Eagles and Bengals.
And mine is going to come into my dark horse.
Okay.
It's going to be Eagles, Fins.
Oh.
Fins.
Interesting.
I think the Fins.
I have actually put a note. I put a note here saying keep an eye on the Dolphins.
Especially if they pick up JT. If they pick up JT in a trade this year.
Jesus.
got more chance of getting an NFL punting contract than Jonathan Taylor has of getting an NFL deal at this rate.
Well, he's got until Tuesday next week.
Just pay the man.
Well, if the guy was going to like pay for a whale to be moved somewhere,
that's the Colts of fairness.
Big bucks, but they want a first-round pick for him.
I know.
Yeah,
it's it's such a
massive risk.
Contradiction, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and do I blame an NFL team for no? I mean, the running back position is just a garbage tape right now. You don't pay for running backs.
Yeah, disrupts all your preseason as well.
Yeah, unless you're a piece away, you just don't buy them. They don't have any value anymore. To be honest, I can't see
Reese, while you're there, who you got, buddy?
I'm being really boring. I think the Eagles will be back. They were there in a situation. They got to the Super Bowl in a manner which they could easily repeat again.
Yeah,
the NFC is so much weaker than the AFC. It's crazy the difference between the conferences. The only other teams I can see even being close would be, I think, the 49ers if Brock Purdy comes back as he was, or the Cowboys. Other than those two teams, I think the Lions. I know. I say the Lions
boys. America's second choice at America's favourite team.
Their D is loaded.
I agree. It makes me feel sick to say it.
The D's loaded. But then they've still got to rely on Dak Prescott.
I think, to be honest, Mike McCarthy's probably their biggest obstacle.
Yeah.
I've never rated him as a head coach, even when he won at Green Bay. I didn't think he was the reason why they were successful.
It was Aaron Rodgers, that defense.
It's one of those things. If the Bengals make it to the Super Bowl, as much as I don't want, and they are my pick to make it, I'm almost inclined to say at that point, getting past the Chiefs, the Ravens, Steelers, Jaguars, Bills, all the AFC, because the AFC is so much more loaded. It feels a bit like the NFL back in the 80s, where like whoever wins from the AFC or the NFC back then, it's like that's going to be the team that probably wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The AFC Championship, like the NFC Championship was, is the one.
It's like the Super Bowl, isn't it?
Yeah. The AFC is so much more stacked. I mean, there's about 6 or 7 teams that I could say.
Yeah.
If that team won it, fair play. But I think the NFC is so much weaker. So I just think the Eagles will make it back. I think as long as the Bengals stay healthy, as much as it pains me to say it, I think they are probably they're due a run.
Yeah. Who got to win?
The other team. Yeah.
Who got to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Eagles?
Yeah, I'd say Eagles.
Yeah. Okay.
Disgusting.
Lee, you had Eagles and Dolphins. Who you got to win?
Fins.
Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Phil? Just remember it's 10:30 at night, mate.
Who's the NFC?
Right, so for the NFC, I've got the Eagles. So I think they're probably the strongest team over there. I have got not a hot take, but I think we need to watch out for the 49ers, the reason you just said. But actually, I've been looking at the Vikings. Yeah, if they can build potentially on last year, just that little bit further, could they do it? Maybe. But interesting though, you've got the step, but also I actually rate Carr as a quarterback. Now I'm not saying the Saints are going to actually. I'm not saying the Saints are going to do it, but watch him.
Thomas.
I just felt really sick right then. I felt really sick right then hearing somebody say I rate Carr as a quarterback.
I don't mind him.
I threw up a little bit in my mouth there.
Right.
AFC is more difficult.
God, Phil.
The thing with the Saints is they should at least have one home playoff game this year.
Yeah,
because the Bucks will drop. I can't see the Panthers will be the Panthers.
No, they're
very shit. So you get a home playoff game, anything's possible.
True. AFC.
We've decided Baker Mayfield is our starting quarterback. It's like, oh Jesus, things are
look forward to 2024.
So, AFC Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Forget about just getting there. They are going to win the Super Bowl. It's going to happen.
Well, at 14-3, I fucking hope so.
Yeah, the Steelers, no doubt whatsoever, they're going to win the Super Bowl. If for whatever reason they don't win this, a championship game,
then you'll just say it the same next year.
It'll be the Bungles or the Chiefs, because they probably are still the best team. It's interesting that no one said the Bills this year, and I've not said the Bills either. And the reason is because
the salary cap's coming into play this season, and it'll be screwed.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just that, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes with the Bills that we're clearly not seeing, because there's a lot of players that are leaving.
Diggs?
Well, Diggs turned around and said it was crap.
Bollocks. Yeah.
He wanted out.
But I think there's a lot of
considering it was Stephen A. Smith that said it, and I trust Stephen A. Smith as much as I trust Cowturd. So
yeah, exactly.
Cowturd is a very reliable source.
They're more reliable than
he's about as reliable as ketchup, which in some places is good, in some places is crap.
This is about as reliable as
any of them
Phil's analogies. Okay, Stephen.
I've got Bengals v Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Well,
my dark horse is the Jags. I just think they're going to be
good team.
With Calvin Ridley coming back in. I think he's got a point to prove. He's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder after the ban.
Who's winning out, the Bengals and Eagles?
Eagles this time.
Okay, it seems to be the fantasy pick.
I really can't see past the Chiefs in the AFC. I just can't. I can't. I think they've started to get one over the Bengals at the moment. I just think they're by far and above. They prove that they can win without star talent at wide receiver. All they need is three guys: Reed, Mahomes, and Kelsey, and they have got a very good offensive line, and the defense is a bit underrated. In the NFC, it's between the Eagles and the Cowboys for the same reason as Reese said. Just that defense is loaded in the Cowboys.
I hate the Cowboys.
And they can try to lean on the running game as well. But I think it will be Chiefs Eagles a replay, and I think it'll be same result, Chiefs winning.
Chiefs win.
Dark horse, I'm not going to go with the Cowboys. I think I wrote down a team earlier today. Not sure I particularly believe in it 100% myself, but I think the Chargers will be decent this season.
See, I said Chargers last year, man.
No, I said
got burned.
I said
we all got burned.
I said Colts last year. I said Colts last year. But my dark horse for the Finns is not actually my dark horse.
Go on then.
Because I hate to do this. My actual dark horse is the Steelers. And that's why I went back up Finn's dark horse. Because I hate to be that guy. I hate to be the homer. But my dark horse this season is us.
On that bombshell.
But when it comes to the Super Bowl, I think we'll lose it.
I think division. I think if we're going down that route, if my prediction to right is going to be 12-5 or whatever I predicted, 11-6, I think, or something like that. I think it will be a divisional round. I think that's when we'll probably go out.
I've got like the playoff teams. The AFC is Bills, Jags, Bengals, Steelers, KC, and Dolphins. And for the NFC is Cowboys, Seahawks, San Fran, Eagles, Falcons, and Lions.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. I think my Falcons are the NFC South best team for me. So
I think the NFC South and the NFC North are just, whoever's
anyone could win or lose a game and get in there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a toss-up.
NFC South, I'm just going with Falcons. They'll probably run the ball 30 times a game.
Bijan Robinson.
And do you know what? I kind of want to see the Lions in the playoffs a lot more.
Yeah.
They are the underdog ever. And I'd
be so happy.
Yeah.
So,
next year, they'll probably be my dark horse.
Yeah. Well, following.
But they've been so highly rated, so I think it would kind of they're not really dark horse because they've been quite highly rated this season.
Yeah. It's like my dark horse. I mean, yeah, the sort of the fancy fashionable picks are sort of like Detroit and the Jags, and no doubt they'll do well. But I've gone Steelers as well on my dark horse.
Yeah.
I've gone Steelers.
See, I thought I'd be the only one apart from Phil.
No. I just think.
Yeah, but he's not gone dark horse. He's gone Super Bowl favourites.
Is it like we're almost seeing stuff that we saw back in the day? All of a sudden,
a little bit. It's just the fact we've got depth now, and that draft like a fantasy draft for fans. So we can't complain.
So Jason Lee, do you think they'll get to the AFC Championship then?
Yeah, hands down, in a heartbeat. Yes.
Wow.
Don't know about playoffs. Don't know.
It's rubbing off, isn't it? It's rubbing off.
Don't know.
No, I think we will.
I don't think championship round.
Well,
if we don't, I will drink a Brewdog Punk IPA.
and dark fruits. Jesus.
Then dark fruits as well.
Dear.
Put it in the same
dark
glass.
fruits was like if Benton doesn't make first spot next year, which is very much like I more than likely won't drink dark fruits. This one will probably involve me drinking a Punk IPA, but my God, I'm going to stick to it because after that draft, I cannot remember the last time I looked at a Steelers draft and went,
Yes.
You know what?
Shit me. Yeah.
What I like about it is
that was like everything we needed. There was no like bullshit wide receiver picks in the first round that we didn't.
No projects.
Yeah, there was no projects.
I absolutely love
as much as I love trading up for Mason Rudolph for a player that the team eventually cut, like all the kind of things, little things we did. Like it was literally like, but why are we doing these things?
Yeah.
No,
and this is the one draft, and I was very, very sketchy about Korn because he was the numbers guy. He before GM, he was the guy who worked out salaries, and then all of a sudden he's turned around and gone, do you know what? I'm going to sign some players, and I'm going to draft some players, and you're going to stand up and take notice, and you're like, Jesus Christ, this was
it was a perfect blend of.
And he's made the moves.
It was perfect blend
absolutely
of
aggressive,
best possible position.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about this Steelers season, the thing that makes me so excited about it is it's a no-lose situation for us because we're not expected to make any kind of noise. The betting odds and all the experts and all the kind of talk in the networks and the rest of it is
the little grains of salt, sand, no sugar.
But this is also like the hype we've got at the minute now is kind of a combination of the two drafts that have come, not just the last one.
Yeah.
It's the one previous.
Like a lot of the hype is coming from the second year guys.
Yeah.
Warren.
We're doing it the right way.
Pickett.
We're not doing what the Jets are doing where we're buying a load of players in and we're getting the hype train that way where we might be doomed to fail. We're actually building proper depth in our roster that can last us for a 5-10 year period.
Yeah.
We might be a year away still. So
exactly. Yeah, this is another bedding year.
Anything.
Yeah,
I'm not
another bedding year.
We could easily miss out on the playoffs, not because we're a bad team. We could go 10-7 and miss out on the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's not a failure.
Exactly.
It's
because the AFC is loaded.
It's so loaded.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that we can still have that 10-7 season and be not even remotely at our peak yet.
Yeah. So for the past 3 years, my mates, I've got mates who are Finns fans, Packers, Browns, Bills, wherever. And every year they turn around and go, Lee, how are the Steelers going to do? And over the past couple of years, my response has been, I don't care. As long as we beat the Browns. And as much as I like us to be the dark horse, I don't care as long as we beat the Browns. At the moment, with the Bengals being an
2-15 for all you can, as long as you beat the Browns twice.
Yeah. 2-15, but a successful season.
And literally, like the Browns had 0-17. As long as we put above the Browns on the table, I am happy now.
Has there ever been a time where you've had? I'm just curious. Is it even possible? I don't think it is. Where you can have everyone in the division. No, it's not. You can have three. You could potentially have 3 teams from the division.
Like 4 teams.
Yeah.
You can have 4 teams that go through in that one division. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's unlikely.
Oh yeah,
it's very unlikely. Yeah, but there's been 3 before, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Now you've got 7. Now you've got 7.
Now you've got the 7th.
Yeah. You just get 3.
And I think it's possible. I mean, Cleveland for me is the big question mark, just because of Deshaun Watson. What's he actually going to be like?
Yeah, me and one of my mates, one of my mates constantly turns around and he's like, but the Browns have got such good players. And it's like, yes, and they've had good players for a very long time. What they've not had is a good team.
Yeah.
I also don't rate Stefanski as a head coach.
No,
I don't rate that coaching staff either.
I rate him as a coordinator, very good coordinator, but not a head coach.
I don't rate any team that gives Deshaun Watson a massive contract after knowing about, that to me makes me think that's not an organisation that knows how to win.
But then again, we gave Rosen.
I agree.
So.
We cannot talk.
Yeah, we can't.
Well, because of Ben.
Yeah, we've done similar. So
not with respect. Well,
I would argue that we didn't mortgage an entire franchise future on it, because that's
it's the money more than anything. That's
another thing we're discussing is that the Browns need to win a Super Bowl either this year or next year. Actually, no, it's this year. They need to do well this year, because next year they have to start paying people. So, like, Garrett's up for a payday, and I think Chubb's up for his payday next year.
Yeah.
So, like, literally, next year is where everyone's up. So, literally, the Browns need to start winning Super Bowls or cutting their biggest players.
Narrow window, isn't it, for them? Really narrow. That's the thing about the Steelers, is that much like the Bengals, we've built through the draft. We haven't peaked yet, but we've seen what the Bengals have been able to do over the last couple of years. When it clicks and this offense finally fires up on all cylinders, and when it happens, and it will be a when, it won't be an if, it will be a when. It will. Future's so bright, it really is. Just hope it happens sooner rather than later.
In like teams like the Dolphins, who have spent 7 or 8 years in a rebuild and finally coming through, and we're like 3 years into a rebuild technically.
Yeah.
And there's other teams like Finns, Jets, let's say the Bears, who are still going, Chargers, Colts, like all these teams who have like had shining like stars who they could have built around, and they've just gone. And then you get the Eagles, who've been like snidey for the past like 3 or 4 years, and all of a sudden this year they're like, well, our defensive line is Georgia and our offensive line is Bama, and nobody noticed. Like, literally nobody noticed until they just turned around and went, wait a minute, you've got 5 Bama players and 5 Georgia players. When did this happen? They were like, over the past 3 years. Like, but how? Like, because no one paid attention, and I've been planning to do this for ages. And it's just like, what? Really? Like, you've got you've got the winning defensive line and the winning offensive line, and no one noticed. Like, I was just sat there as soon as day after the draft, I was like, how did no one turn around and went, like, with noughts and crosses, let's stop them drafting this person for next year.
Cool.
Eagles it's one of those things. As long as you're the only team,
wide receiver from Alabama as well.
Yes, of course, Devontae Smith as well,
and Jalen Hurts, who were at Bama.
Yeah. No. And this is why the Eagles offense is mildly terrifying, because it's pretty much Bama.
It's one of those offenses that's like, you know what we're doing, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. And that is the
most tied
thing.
That QB sums up their offense.
Yeah, but it's also the perfect encapsulation of their head coach, who is a proper East Coast Philly guy. Sort of just and we're still going to run the ball 40, 50 times a game. We're going to do it.
And the Eagles are probably peak now at the right time, so to speak, because like the NFC is like just dog shit.
Yeah.
So they've kind of like they've got an easier sort of way, aren't they, to get there? So I think it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Reese, I just need your dark horse, please.
I will say Vikings. My dark horse for the NFC.
Okay.
AFC is tricky. But I'll say Chargers.
Got 2 for 1. Phil, dark horse, please.
I think I gave that, didn't I? Bloody hell! Right.
Steelers.
McDonald's.
Chicken mayo.
Right.
McDonald's and Burger King. They are my dark horse.
Right, well, I said Eagles.
Eagles.
The Eagles are going to play Steelers. Is that your Super Bowl?
Steelers versus the Eagles. In the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
No, the Superb Owl.
Yeah.
Vikings.
Vikings. Thank you. Okay, that's that all wrapped up. Yep. All right, I am going to the Ravens Titans game in London. So I've done a bit of trolling, just about wearing like a Palomalu shirt, obviously because the AFC when we beat the Ravens. But I am going with down to London with a Vikings fan. So do I wear a Palomalu shirt or a Patrick Peterson shirt?
2P.
Yeah, Patrick
P2 shirt, man. P2.
Yeah.
Go Patrick.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
So
he's my wife now.
The thing is,
my wife now.
He loved him. He absolutely loved Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Even more, if you love P2, then even more so than why you should buy a P2 shirt.
Was
and literally just turn around and just when he looks at the shirt, just go, "He's my wife now."
Is it?
He's mine now.
How long was he with the Vikings for? Was it just 2 seasons?
It seemed longer, didn't it?
3.
Yeah,
it
did. 2.
Is it an LSU?
Did seem longer.
Jason.
I haven't got much LSU stuff, to be fair.
Have you not?
Not too much.
I was going to say it's pretty much hard to get older college gear here.
Yeah. So, but now I've got a couple of T-shirts, but that's about it.
P2 man, all the way.
Cool.
I think P2 is going to be my next shirt.
Well, it's going to be mine now, so cool. Thank you. Yeah, I thought about that anyway, but I thought to you guys.
Yeah, I think we're going to do P2 and Benton.
Yeah.
I've got a Killer Brew on the way because literally I just think it says Kill Brew all the way and it sounds cool.
I'm going to try and find Boswell jersey from somewhere.
Like a bargain bin?
Maybe.
Where all the kickers' jerseys go?
Dang.
Callum, we've sat here for ages and have not made one knock about kickers. Come on. I've done well.
No, I've pretty much joked about it myself, to be fair.
Okay. Anybody else got anything they want to bring up?
I think so.
No. What time does McDonald's close?
That's Phil, they'll know.
One near me is 24 hours.
Oh, nice. Fair enough.
Cool.
I'll get on the Uber Eats in a minute and get some Steelers ordered in that case.
Oh dear.
I got to explain that analogy by the half.
Like literally, Phil, that was your worst analogy ever.
That's worse than the dragonflies.
Yeah, but twice as worse. Ridiculously crap.
But think about it, right? You could buy a
No.
meal.
Do you know what I think it is?
Bye, everybody.
There's been no lizard stoking his rage. There's been no lizard. There's been no gecko stoking his rage over pre-season.
Let's not start on the zone or whatever it's called.
You know why there's no geckos? Dead.
There you go.
The gecko is
that
dead.
That like escalated quickly there, man.
Gone.
I was expecting they've moved somewhere else, but you're like, no, dead. All of them dead. Like that went dark really quickly, man.
The gecko is gone. It's gone.
Oh God, Phil.
It's not there anymore. And it's the best news ever.
Until he comes back.
We will miss your US commercials, in fairness.
That little shitbag is
gone. They will be missed.
This may cause this. And
someone email Geico and get the gecko back on air.
And we need to email Dazen so we even get because the adverts aren't coming back at all.
Nope.
Are they not at all? No.
Nope,
not at all.
Nope.
Abby from the NFL UK has been like facilitating, and it's come up that there will be no adverts at all.
Yeah, right. I just love the fact they put the price down as soon as like everybody
like a week after.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like
reasons. I'm so glad I cancelled.
Yeah,
but I cancelled and still got 150 quid out of my bank, so I'm still waiting on a refund.
Oh wow, interesting. Yeah, well, I did mine by PayPal, so
I did mine by
PayPal. So yeah, they were fine.
I did mine by PayPal. Inactivated it. Couldn't get into my account.
Nope, can't do it.
So I was like, we tried. We got emails through saying we tried multiple times. I bet you have.
I had it with PayPal, and I cancelled this, and Dazen have said no, so I'm currently in dispute with PayPal, despite sending PayPal emails going, "This is my cancel thing."
Wow.
So I'm still waiting on that.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm going to wait till sort of the eve of week 1 and decide what to do then. So
yeah,
don't know. We'll see.
I'm trying to locate 12 Japanese donkeys.
Yeah,
I haven't found any problems with it, to be fair, in terms of
some people do, some people don't.
I don't know.
Some people don't.
Don't know what it is.
I hope
we'll see.
If it's no adverts, I hope they solve the graphics because they're pretty terrifying.
Thing is, though, if I'm on the game thread during those graphic bits, you'll still get random fact of the moment, like we did week 1.
Cool.
So because people were getting annoyed with the solid graphic of like the screensaver, I was like, while I was watching the game, googling a random fact and going, by the way, did you know this? And then halftime was like, pop quiz, folks.
Yeah, but
like alleviate the Bolden.
We're gonna get the middle finger.
I've already done that, mate.
Selfies, yeah.
I've already started the middle finger that we used to do with the NBC one.
It's going to be twice as bad.
With the screensaver, I've started doing random fact of the moment. So it's like, did you know? Like literally sat with a list of random facts on my laptop going, did you know this? While it's all like in the game thread, just so people don't get bored as fuck.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Right, should we wrap this up?
We should.
3 hours is about our limit, really. So cool. All right.
Take it easy, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. We'll see you in the mid-season, but yeah, obviously we'll be doing stuff in the group before then. So no worries.
We'll do
Take it easy, fellas.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Excellent. Bye.